welcome everybody. I'm Suso Carrillo from BirdDog. Our mission actually is redefine live video production, but let's focus in NDI use cases in this presentation. So first of all, who is BirdDog? No? So BirdDog was one of the first companies working with NDI since the very beginning. Indeed, we released the first hardware with NDI inside. Since there, we have created a complete ecosystem that is focused but not just related to PTZ cameras, converters, software, and connectivity. And right now, I think it's like almost 10 years after the company was founded, I can say that we are trusted worldwide and we have a really nice reputation, not just in NDI, but also in the live video space. So, as I said, we have been working with NDI since the very beginning. Indeed, we have been always truly believers in the protocol. So we have been working with NDI since the very beginning. Indeed, we released the first NDI hardware a while ago. And right now, I think that some of our uniqueness is that actually we have NDI in our whole portfolio. So it doesn't matter the BirdDog product, it doesn't matter if it's a camera, it doesn't matter if it's encoder, a software, or whatever. NDI is at its core. We really think that the protocol have everything it needs for reaching the level of quality that is required in the broadcast industry, and also, of course, the low latency that is needed and all the reliability and flexibility that an IP protocol provide. And this is something that I wanted to focus is about why these kind of success stories matter. So we are true believers in creating stories with our customers because they tell the truth of how the equipment and the protocol and and the technology is being used. So it's really important to prove that everything is working. It's really important that what other people is doing, it can be relevant for you and understand how other people is resolving its workflows, because right now video is all over the place, and every video project and any video solution, it has maybe a dedicated workflow, and there's a lot of people doing original and different things all over the place. And when it comes to use NDI technology jointly with BirdDog technology, so I think that we can say, or what our customers say from us, is that it's really easy to deploy. It's really reliable on the field. We will see a couple of examples of live events with concerts and that kind of productions. And also, we try to make things really smarter, easy to connect and to use, but also keep them in a cost-effective budget. I forget the word in English. I'm Spanish, sorry. But just to keep things cost-effective. So this is the first success story that I want to highlight, and this was really important for us because, so for us, a camera is not just a camera. For us, a camera is the beginning of your workflow. And that's like a different angle when designing a camera. So that's why all of our cameras has NDI, but not all of our cameras have the same flavor of NDI. When these guys from Macau came to us, so they were looking to do the kind of video workflow where King Kong is taking a selfie or yourself in a casino. The company was actually using by that time our converters to some full NDI to SDI and SDI to full NDI conversion that was happening. But at that time, the camera that we selected and the camera that we think was the most appropriate for this project was our X1 Ultra. X1 Ultra is an HX3 camera. So when we tell them to them, it's like oh my God, we have been working with full NDI, we don't know much about HX3 and that stuff. And indeed, I think that there's still a bit of lag when NDI HX3 is being adopted. So the thing is like we convince them because our vision is that NDI HX3 is like the best of two worlds. You are having a lot of quality, a lowest latency, but you don't need the computing capabilities needed to get full NDI, and you don't have that kind of high bit rate that full NDI is providing. So the solution was to provide this X1 PT set, so all the video was happening just with an NDI HS3 workflow, and then the camera at the same time was providing an RTSP stream to the graphic engine, so everything was working. And the thing is that also they leverage the auto tracking from the camera, so the camera detects when someone is entering into that hole, and then it frames, then King Kongs appear, and plop, they take the selfie. And it's funny. Something that is really great is that once this company try HX3, they don't want to know nothing about full NDI. That's not bad. That is that each flavor of NDI needs to be used in each use case. So for NDI for us, it's related to high-end productions where that is needed, but HS3 in this, let's say, AV installation is perfect. And he has been working in this industry for a while. So at the very beginning, he was using a lot of fiber optics, really expensive gear in their setups, and right now he is just using BirdDog PT set cameras, in this case the X4 that is also wireless, jointly with BirdDog Play, that is a small device that enables NDI all over the place. So right now what we are getting is that he needs like fewer operation, and he's getting like the quality he needs, the reliability he needs, but just using NDI streams all over the place to send, the different video contributions from the camera from the venue, that they are places all over the place, and just, the PT set cameras that need also less operation. So he's coming from, let's say, an uncompressed world with fiber optics, with huge racks, with a lot of people, running cables and that stuff, into something that is like Ethernet-based, IP, flexible, reliable, and even more cost-effective. Indeed, Brett, that is one of the guys that maybe know more about live music, is not coming back to those workflows anymore. And then, another different story, and I think this is the magic that is happening right now. So, Corey Evans, that actually right now is a DJ and live producer, he really was a musician that when, the pandemic came, he needed to reinvent himself. And right now he is doing a lot of live video production, but in small events. Okay, so it's like weddings and that kind of stuff. So for him, NDI was the cornerstone when he decided to jump into this industry. So because for him it was super easy to understand due to his previous, IT knowledge and how everything was managed. And with a single setup, he's doing a lot. He's just using like 2 cameras. He's leveraging the capabilities of using NDI within Wi-Fi networks, that it's easy for him, to set up the camera in those places where they are really easy to place and don't need to run cables all over the hall or whatever. And right now it's pretty much what he's doing. And when we ask him, about would you come back, to use another kind of video workflow, it's no. I want to be NDI and wireless. For him, that's the key to its success. And we are providing that wireless capability with our X4 camera that has its own Wi-Fi 6 transmitter and receiver, so that's easy to do. And the last use case that I want to highlight is that, so it's like the same like we were seeing before in live music. So live sports, it's also a a nice place for NDI, especially this kind of sports like climbing, and this happened really recently, where you need to have like a production that, and you don't know exactly what is going to happen and when it's going to happen. So these guys from Sports Climbing Victoria, that is a climbing competition happening in Australia. They got a lot of X1, X4, and X5 cameras, and they deployed all over the place just using an Ethernet network. I just to remember that plugging an NDI camera is as easy as getting the Ethernet cable, boom, and you are done. You have absolutely everything that you need, and that's magic. And when it comes to this kind of sports, then the action was supposed to happen there, but then it's happening there, and you need to make changes in the last minute or something like that. This is really easy to accomplish using whether a standard Ethernet network or using NDI bridge to send the stream from the camera from one place to another or whatever. Indeed, these are other kind of company that once that they have tasted NDI, they are not coming back to use, let's say, baseband video, because for them it doesn't make any sense. Those are the 4 use cases. So why BirdDog and NDI? Well, I think that since we are working with NDI from the very beginning, I think we are our expertise is really trust worldwide, and as I said before, we try to simplify everything and make it really reliable. And something that is important, and that's at the core of the company, is that I always say that you are buying a BirdDog product today that is going to be a better product tomorrow. That's why, because we are continue developing, and try to include features and trying to get the most of the technology constantly. So each firmware version that we are going to release about the product is going to make your product better. You are buying a nice product today, and that product is going to be better tomorrow, and that's at our core. And if you want to see all of this technology working, come to Hall 7, book C13, and more than happy to show you. Thank you.